Good. Hey guys, I'm Dr. Alan Levy, and this is my friend and patient Claude. And over the years, we've got to know each other a little bit. And I thought I'd ask Claude just a question or two about his experience with chiropractic. And I guess, Claude, my first question for you is, what was life like before you and I met?
Painful, and I spent some time in a wheelchair.
Yeah. I remember the first night. Do you remember the first time we met?
Yes, I do. We got together and I asked if I could come in and see if you could help me. And your reply was that the shape I was in, you didn't know whether to accept me as a patient, but you would take me on as a challenge. And sir, it worked. Here I am.
Good. Tell me, what's when we first met, you were in a wheelchair, as I recall.
Part of the time, yeah.
Yeah. And then, do you remember how long it was before you were able to get out of the wheelchair and put the wheelchair away?
No, I think I was walking on my own. Walking better was within a month. I'd say 3 weeks.
Sure.
But after that, every treatment was like a step forward. It made the next step easier. I could really tell a difference. Things got easier and I started to be able to do chores and stuff like that that really bothered me before.
I bet. There's this thing, I call them the miracles of chiropractic. These unintended consequences or unexpected consequences sometimes of being under care. And I think for you, we got you out of the wheelchair and you got moving, but then there's been a time when you go to your primary care physician, your medical doctor, and he's been changing your medicines. Last time, you went to the doctor, he cut some of your medicine in half. Is that right?
It completely dropped. One of them cut another one in half, the heart medicine.
No heart medicine. Mm-hmm.
But one thing that has happened, I had extremely high blood pressure in that atrial fibrillation for years.
Mm-hmm.
But since you worked on my back and the bad sections, the blood pressure is down to what is normal for my age or even below. I can sleep at night. That's one thing that's really noticeable.
Sure.
But I'm so thankful it's working that way and what you've done for me.
Well, you're welcome. Some of these folks that are going to listen to this in a little bit later, they might be wondering, is there something you could tell them that you'd like for them to know? Because some of them might be afraid, to come see a chiropractor, are not sure.
Well, they don't want to listen to everybody, because when I broke my back and whatnot, I went to other chiropractors and they didn't do any good for me and no improvement. And I think there's a lot of people that go to these doctors that don't improvement, and then they start telling everybody that chiropractic is no good. But the whole thing that you taught me was, back then, you said you couldn't do it in one treatment or 1 week. It had to be over a period of time. And thank goodness I listened, because over the period of time, the muscles in it or whatnot, when you made adjustments, the muscles get stronger, and the treatments last, a lot longer. I take care of my own yard and usual chores. Takes me a little longer, but
But it's getting done.
I really appreciate just being able to do things.
Do you know how long it's been since we started care?
What's it been, 3 years?
You've been out of a wheelchair for at least 3 years.
Oh yeah.
Or close to 4.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
But I'm very thankful.
Well, you're very welcome. Okay.
And if somebody is afraid to go to chiropractor or has a lot of pain, and with the television advertisements and everything on surgery, I know there's been a lot of advancements in that field or whatever, series of shots. Sure, they worked for about 3 days.
Mm-hmm.
Then forget it. It was worse than ever. So 1-inch surgery,
Sure.
you walk away, you're fine.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I can't say that I don't believe in it, but it don't work for me. I'm just thankful to be here.
Good. I'm glad you're here too. All right. Well, thanks, guys. This is Dr. Alan Levy and my good friend Claude, and we want to help you get the very best out of your life, and we know you can be healthier tomorrow than you are today.